And date, same fate. I'm gonna knock out Jake Paul.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, you got ice on your chest?
You know where you are? You know what state you're in? Yeah. California. Okay. What city are you in? Calabasas.
No way I would want to do
Yo, paramedic.
Yeah.
Before we go, I just want to tell
Mike Tyson just broke Jake Paul's ribs right after Jake announced he was pulling out of their fight. Now you might be thinking, wait, didn't Mike postpone the match, so how did he even get to Jake? Well, Tyson doesn't need a ring to throw hands. The moment Jake revealed he was switching opponents to fight Mike Perry instead, Tyson paid an unexpected visit to his training camp. What happened next turned into a full-blown saga, and somehow, no major news outlet or YouTube channel has even touched this bombshell story. So let me be the first to break it. As we all know, Jake Paul was dead set on fighting Mike Tyson. He was all in. But out of nowhere, he suddenly backs out, and that's when things got real.
Yeah, the news is true, folks. Jake Paul, will be fighting Mike Perry, Tampa, Florida, July 12th.
Alright, let me break it down for you. No fluff. After Jake announced he was fighting Tyson, the internet roasted him. And I mean brutally. Every boxing analyst, critic, and their dog had something to say, and none of it was in Jake's favor. Then Tyson dropped his training footage. That was the final nail in the coffin. See, Jake thought he was signing up for a light-hearted exhibition match. Meanwhile, Tyson's trainer, Rafael Cordero, accidentally let it slip that Mike was training like it was the most important fight of his career. That's when Jake started sweating bullets. He tried doubling down in the gym, but let's be real, the man was already shaking in his boots.
And date, same fate. I'm gonna knock out Jake Paul.
Now if you had a chance to bail on something that could quite literally destroy you, wouldn't you take it? That's exactly what Jake Paul did. When Mike Tyson had to postpone their fight, Jake saw his golden ticket. He figured he could ride the wave of hype, clean or dirty, and quietly switch to a different opponent. But Mike wasn't about to let that slide. He decided to deliver the lesson he had been saving for the ring right then and there. But let's rewind. What was happening with Tyson around that time? On June 5, 2024, reports came out that Tyson had suffered a severe ulcer flare-up. And we're not talking a minor stomach ache, this was serious. Mid-flight from LA to New York, Tyson began experiencing intense abdominal pain. It got so bad that flight attendants had to step in. As soon as the plane landed, he was rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with an acute ulcer flare-up. The image of a boxing legend like Tyson being wheeled through the airport looking like he'd just fought a war was both shocking and surreal.
Everything I was entitled to do in my career. There's nothing I regret.
Fans were stunned. This was Iron Mike, the man who once seemed invincible. The news of his health scare spread fast, and suddenly everyone was asking the same question: could Tyson still train and make it to the rescheduled fight? His condition was no joke. Ulcers can lead to serious complications like internal bleeding or even perforation of the stomach lining. Tyson's medical team went on high alert, making sure he received top-tier care. He had to overhaul his entire training regimen. No more intense sparring, no more pounding the heavy bag. His workouts shifted to light cardio, focused technique, and most importantly rest and recovery. Despite the setback, Tyson remained determined. His team crafted a detailed plan to manage the condition, which included strict dietary changes and medication to help heal his stomach. He had to avoid any foods that could trigger another flare-up and stick to a precise treatment protocol. Even with all these adjustments, Tyson never lost focus. He kept training just in a modified way, proving his legendary commitment to the sport. Fans in the boxing world were both worried and deeply impressed. Tyson's ability to push through such a serious health issue was a powerful reminder of his unbreakable spirit. His situation also sparked a wider conversation about the pressures elite athletes face. The physical toll of high-stakes training and non-stop competition is real, and Tyson's ulcer underscored just how important it is to listen to your body and find balance, even at the top. The fact that he was still training under such conditions only added to the legend.
Day 3, you still want to with me?
In the weeks following the incident, Tyson's recovery went smoothly. His medical team kept him on track with a strict treatment plan, and Tyson, ever the warrior, took every necessary precaution. Though his training wasn't as intense as before, his focus and dedication never faltered. The media stayed locked in, closely monitoring his condition and speculating about how it might affect the upcoming fight with Jake Paul. Would Tyson still be able to compete at his usual ferocious level? That question only added more fuel to the fire surrounding the highly anticipated matchup. But Tyson stayed optimistic. He reassured fans he was on the mend and ready for war. "I've faced tougher battles in my life," he said. "This is just another one I'll overcome." Those words struck a chord. Fans saw his determination as more than just confidence, it was inspiration. Tyson's decision to reschedule the fight wasn't just about setting a new date. It was a statement loud and clear. Boxing isn't a game you walk away from when things get tough. Once you're in, you're in. Tyson wasn't about to let Jake Paul, the same guy who had been calling him out for 2 years, simply walk away now that things got real. Jake wanted this fight. He begged for it. For 2 years. Now that he's got it, he can't just bail, Tyson said, probably with that signature death stare. This was personal. Tyson was here to make sure Jake understood, in boxing, a promise made in the ring is a promise you keep. November 15th was now marked as D-Day, the showdown of all showdowns. But for Tyson, it wasn't just about humbling Jake Paul, it was about upholding the honor of the sport, showing the world what it really means to respect boxing. Jake Paul's decision to pull the plug on the fight turned into a hot mess, a mix of overconfidence, mounting public pressure, and a sudden, painful dose of reality. At first, Jake was all in. He dreamed of the moment he'd raise his hand in victory over one of boxing's most iconic legends. He was practically foaming at the mouth thinking about the headlines and the clout. But then, reality hit harder than any right hook ever could. The fear set in. The pressure mounted. And as you can see in this moment, Jake's reaction says it all.
I know I might even go to the canvas. I'm scared, don't get me wrong, but it's not about the fear stopping me. It's about going into it even though I am scared, and that's what true bravery is.
Sure, he loves to play the big, bad, confident